that away from Illuminar, at least make it close. And we're into it, Scriv. And I don't know if you said you didn't necessarily watch the Hellraisers game, you watched it on HLTV. Let me tell you, it was absurd. The last 4 or 5 rounds on Mirage, like knives and smokes, losing a 1v5, like it was absurd. Let's hope this one's a bit more calm. I have a feeling it might be. I think this one should be more relaxed because we've had our fair share of crazy. I think we deserve a couple good 2-0s. I think we've earned that.
Yeah, maybe. I think some of the teams have as well, right? The format and everything, you and I were chatting yesterday after having some kind of long days. You really got a feel for the players who have had the grueling journey to get here, right? It is a real test, which arguably is going to get you your best teams and everything like that. But still, it is difficult for them. So either way, Nico going to be opening up, as you can see from the odds coming up. We'll be favoring Illuminar pretty heavily, I believe. So makes sense. The bookies on our side. Singularity definitely the underdogs coming into this one, but they've opened up so far. They're looking confident. They're looking good. They're looking like they're going to find themselves a solid advantage to work with. Remoy kind of messing it up ever so slightly. Great flashes coming in here, and Nico does. Sell rate both going to fall pretty quickly. Might just have thrown that advantage away. The A-bomb site looks to have fallen. Toba's trying to find some heads, but there's just not really the prime opportunity coming through. 1-for-1 over at short. Still a solid advantage, and the A-bomb site now even more vulnerable with less manpower to defend it. So looking really, really good here for the T side. However, Toba is still around, still alive, looking to spice things up ever so slightly. Things are looking good here for the T side. The bomb down. There is a kit available, but they're just playing into them. Beautiful stuff coming in.
Yeah, that was just simple, clean stuff from Illuminar. Run it up connector, overwhelm those USP players, trade out effectively, plant for your connector player, and have Innocent up in halls, playing beautifully. And there you go. 4 kills for him as well. On top of that, he is looking really good. They bust out the AKs, 3 MAC-10s. This is what I like. This is what most T-side buys after winning pistols should look like. Whenever I see AKs, no utility or very little utility, it makes me nervous. But this I'm all for. This is a great buy. I agree. And they're going to do a little bit of a halls pop with these MAC-10s. Let the AKs kind of bait them, trade them out. But it is going to be a bit of a mess here because it's a stack from Singularity. So a lot of pressure to hit the shots. And if Singularity hit the first, it can always snowball here, Scriv. Always that possibility of becoming a snowman, and he puts a pipe in his mouth and a hat on his head, and he starts walking around talking, and everyone freaks out.
Sounds like that one booby. Oh, almost a double coming in from Tobiz there. Could have been absolutely huge. A lot of damage is being done, though, for these Deagles to capitalize on. Unfortunately, sell rate just missing the mark ever so slightly. Still not out of the woods yet, though, for the T side. Scout in play. Could be absolutely deadly here, as Nico does will push forwards, looking to find those tagged up players. Notson as well on the Deagle. I mean, again, cannot be written off. The bomb has gone down. It becomes a bit harder with no utility and no kit and whatnot. But all the same, still potential. It could all go right, but it won't. Illuminar hold on. It is kind of costly in the end, but they'll get that second on the board.
There it is. Costly indeed, but I get out one of the AKs, and I believe Snacks. What's he's gonna have? You gotta give Snacks an AK. You have to. It's Snacks. I think. Does he only have a USP? That's unlucky. Unless he has a gun on his back that I can't see. That is unlucky. But same time, it's not a buy from Singularity anyhow. And I bet Snacks knows this. So he's like, and you know what, boys? Don't drop for me. Let me go farm with this USP. Won't make him as much money as a MAC-10, though. And they have to be careful. Doesn't get Zeus. Snacks just runs him over. Easy headshot. No armor. And Snacks is going to continue pressing forward for more. It is a B stack. They could send Snacks in there to figure it out. There's more Zeuses to be had, however, around there. And yeah, Snacks is going to slowly start clearing their A site. Watch for him to call his teammates back. Mouse is probably going to get the idea that something's up. He can back up at a moment's notice. Well handled from Illuminar, Scriv. This is more like the Illuminar we know. Really relaxed. They're not the type of team that would typically rush into situations without gathering information. And they seem to be settling in here, figuring out where the pistols are, and dealing with them slowly.
Yeah, it's good to see, right? I think they are definitely one of these teams that can play a little cheesy. Snack's coming in with his own USP. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, when it comes down to the opening games and whatnot, I think they can be a little looser, and sometimes the games slip away from them, get a little too crazy. But I think they are capable, certainly, of reining it in and playing the safe counter-strike that is going to obviously win them some decent rounds. We'll see, though, coming into the first proper rifle round here, where both teams are happy with their buy. No real complaints coming in from either side. See how things go down here. Should indeed be able to find some early openers, perhaps on that CT side of things, especially. Ooh, Remoy going to get tagged up early, though, Keith. That is not the best start for him. So, chunking them out early. That's what we love to see. Maybe they can act on that on the Illuminar side of things. But once again, the Singularity boy is going to be on the back foot, having to recover things back. Has been a bit of a tough start for them so far on Mirage.
In the op, not on your primary. That could always hurt. Accelerate. Tucked in towards Ninja. We can see it's going to be a bit of an A split, so this fighting connector really does matter as Innocent. Up to his back, we'll find a player. Ninja! Oh, Accelerate really needed Nico does to cover him and worry about that connector, but there's Remoy. The good nade in, however, from Illuminar gives them peace of mind. And no 10. He's stuck out. Mouse actually clears it. Remoy is like, I don't know if I can come back jungle. He wanted to stay CT. Mouse may give his life up, but no, he gets great timing. And Illuminar, that's the difference maker right there, is how they close out those close rounds. Somehow, Scriv, pulling that one back and keeping it clean. 3 alive.
Really good stuff coming in. They are looking very, very strong early on here, Keith. You kind of worry, although it is early days, just the way some of these rounds have been going. Something needs to drastically change here from Singularity. Sure, it's not their map pick, but they're off on that, you know, strong start on the CT side of things. And you'd expect them to have a bit of a Mirage available, right? Most teams do. But at the moment, they are playing kind of subpar Counter-Strike, unfortunately. We'll see, though. Deagle's into this round, a little bit of armor to work with. Again, can never be written off. And Illuminar, I do feel, are one of these teams where they can kind of mess things up in rounds like this. A little more than they should, a little more often than they should, perhaps. Nothing as yet. Just another slow start coming in from Illuminar. Do indeed like to play things a little safe. Not taking too many chances. Just utilizing all that utility that they've got available, of course, to clear out some good angles. There you go. That's a nice opener coming in, using the advantage, just the financial advantage that they've got. And an immediate advantage in terms of the manpower off the back of it. So really well done. More kills coming in, looking good here to take control of the A-bomb site and probably pick up the round off the back of it. I'm not sure. I mean, with... Okay, cell rate goes down. I was going to say, with 2 of these players still having armor, they might just peace out and save the armor into the next round, but also the chance of some exits and maybe an AKA seems a bit too tasty.
Well, tasty is appreciated by Illuminar boys, going 5 up on Mirage. Scriv, Singularity yet to really settle in. Scriv, do you know Owen?
Yo. Wait. No, but seriously, have you heard me say that before? Because this is a joke I do.
Oh, really? That's a joke you do? You have actually never made that joke with me, have you?
No. I was going to say, but I've done it before, like on certain casts.
Yeah, well, you want to know what's funny? Strong Legs, the guy I commentate with, like doing North America stuff typically, he makes that joke. So like you guys are almost like the same person. So I'm kind of creeped out right now. I don't know if you are him.
Have you ever seen us in the same room, right? Like
never, actually. Not once.
Yeah.
And you both have beards, so you could be hiding your identities. Who really knows?
Yeah,
but
true.
The off is back out for Singularity. No identities being hidden there. And the first pick is going to come in for him. So they bust out the big green gun, as Bardolph would say, and it gets the job done. The first pick comes in. But Illuminar have recovered from situations like this before, Scriv.
Yeah.
Even with an Owen in play, I still feel pretty good for Singularity here.
Definitely what they needed as well. Definitely what they needed. On the Singularity side, right? An advantage to work with. Bit of pressure eased early on. Don't want them to be worrying too much, really. See what they can get done off the back of it, though. They're going to have to convert it, which is certainly easier said than done. Meanwhile, Illuminar moving up short. They've actually gained a lot of control for free here. Snacks on that AWP, going to take down Notan. And suddenly, things look a little more dangerous. Cellrate caught in between a rock and a hard place here, as I think he was maybe, you know, on that transitional position towards the A-bomb site. Another kill coming in for Illuminar. Oh no, Singularity, such a good opener for them, but they're just not able to convert it, at least yet. And it's looking like at all, as they will indeed be cut off, and it looks like a call to save being made by Remoy and Tobiz. Wow, Illuminar pulling it back once again. Not a super difficult recovery, but still, the fact that they're able to just creep up short for free there is somewhat surprising. And it's like, look, I get it because you've got a man advantage, give them the mid control, but you do still have to be aware that it's possible. And they clearly just aren't. It ends up costing them in a massive way.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things like when I was coaching teams, and you get the opening pick after you've lost 5 rounds in a row. One's close, the others are like kind of blowouts. And by the way, they're not going to save anything. That's brutal. They could have bought if they saved both guns. Now they save nothing. But it's that mentality of still you're down on yourself. It's hard to hit that reset button after getting run over for the first couple rifle rounds. Now your Opera finally gets the opening pick. Everyone's feeling good. Everyone's okay, cool. But you've been taken advantage of so many times from like an A ramp pick or one guy making a play up connector. Next thing you know, you start double thinking yourself. Okay, where are they going to go for this refrag, right? And you don't play your basic standard setups, and you get a little like clogged up. Everyone's kind of over rotating. You're on edge, and that's where your coach needs to come in, especially during the Illuminar pause, and just reset you, because now you're overlooking the basics, and you've allowed Illuminar to now steal a couple rounds away from you, including the last, and you got to be kicking yourself. You're gonna be even more upset. So hopefully, if there's a coach in the server Singularity or the IGL, you got to hit that reset button. You got to come up with something a little aggressive here to get your boys back into it, right? Send them top mid, maybe do a little bit of a Halls peek in towards Palace. You got to do something to really hit that soft reset button, because it's going to snowball even more if you're unable to just get back in that mindset of regularity, right?
It's kind of needed really, really early on. Looking like another easy cleanup here coming in. Notan going to fall down early on. Although we do have a bit of an aggressive push coming in from Tobiz here. Veggie's going to catch it off guard. Good timing from him. So there you go. That's kind of the big hope of the round, I think, for Singularity. And the 5v3 underway. They are all around middle, so could get to B pretty quickly here from short, but still certainly going to be a difficult task for them. The archway smoke's coming in, cutting things off. And yeah, just a few spams through. Massive nade there, and I think they'll just kind of take what they have into the next round, maybe, or reposition for some exits. But Illuminar, unstoppable on the T side right now, Keith. Looking very, very good, as Singularity taking a bit too much time to warm up, it appears.
Yeah, they're unable to really just hit the groove, right, and settle in, unfortunately. They tried something this round, does not pan out. They even get picked, and then they go to the opposite side of Illuminar. So Singularity, once these guns come out, Scriv, I really want them to just get back to basics. Keep it simple, stupid, kiss. Kiss the game, get right back into it, everything's fine. Right? Get the op back out, you can get your M4's full utility. Illuminar just kind of out-trading you. Even when you get the first opening pick, you're giving them the room, you're giving them the respect. Singularity just need to tighten it back up, play back into those setups that they've practiced, and that's the hardest part, of settling back into those setups that you've drilled over and over and over, while Illuminar are just doing what teams on Mirage do best, right? Get a pick or get a refrag, and then just take the space given to them and just pinch you on sight. So a lot of work to be done here from Singularity, but I'm not counting them out yet, Scriv, because I'm an optimist. At times, depends on my mood and how many coffees I've had. And at the moment, I've had half of one, so I'm half an optimist. As my glass is literally half full.
There you go. That is the optimist.
Help me, Morty! I'm stuck in a smoke.
The classic. Go TV. What can you do, man? You gotta follow the smokes, you know, see where they go. Very cool. And then Go TV is just like, haha, you're stuck on the smoke until it dissipates. We don't really miss too much of the action, though. We're going to see Remoy pop off in Sandwich. Ooh, almost finding the one in the smoke there. He's left with very little bullets, and yeah, eventually overwhelmed, but on the board, looking good. Is it enough? Not quite, because Miles has come back through with 2. 3 overall for the big man, and now Notan in a 1-on-2 has to pull things back from the brink. Gets the good timing. 1v1 against Snacks. There's a vague idea of where he's at. Notan just kind of trapped here, so probably going to have to concede the bomb plant at the very least. Just waiting patiently. Love this. This is very, very well played. Snacks faking it out, taking his time, faking it again. And Notan's just fully committed. He's like, listen, man, you can plant that bomb. I don't care. I just want my first round. I'm not taking any chances. Third time the charm, though. He will push forwards. Here's him move towards CT. Snacks going for the shoulder peaks. So very close here. Tagged down to 57 HP. Snacks, is he going to try and go for the fight, or is he just going to play it patiently? He's going to try and go for the fight. Oh, my goodness. So very close. Not quite able to get the timing. Molly going to go down. Of course, Notan, no kit available, but gets the headshot onto Snacks. And Singularity will indeed break the curse.
Whew, okay. Curse is broken, 7-1. Everyone can laugh about that. It's a funny scoreline to have come up. Celebrate's got his breadstick in. Everything's fine. And Hellcase. Malta V for extra money on that account. Hundreds of cases. Giveaways all the time. Malta V15 for a 15% refill bonus. It's the case opening site to be on. And thank you so much for Hellcase for being an awesome partner for this event. Now, the task for Singularity at hand. Winning this round by keeping the op and 1 M4 in play. I'm keeping the bar low. Typically, I say you need 3 players alive. I'm willing to let it go with 2. But you're going to have to get through pretty much 3 more buy rounds. Maybe 2 from Illuminar. They're loaded. They are rich. They are going to be coming at you with the exact same defaults and spreads for the most part. They're not going to be afraid. And Singularity cannot allow it to come down to a 1v1 again. It's kind of what Illuminar want.
Most certainly. Looking good here, though. Singularity going to have to convert it, Keith. They need to work with this. They need to roll with it. Sure, it's the opening map. It's not your pick, but Illuminar are fairly confident on Nuke, and if you give them way too much, you know, energy and momentum to work with, we talk about it all the time, but it really does make a difference, particularly in matchups like this where you are a little unfamiliar with your opponents. You don't play them all the time and all the top lands and all that kind of stuff. You don't really have the time at the moment either with the amount of Counter-Strike that you're playing to go away and learn some deep anti-strats. You just have to play your own game. Nico Dodds and Tobis, though, looking good. Meanwhile, at ramp, it's absolute disaster. Remoy thankfully keeping the man advantage. So 3 versus 2 coming in for the CT side. Teaser split across the map. And no real control gained. Innocent going to try and barrel onto this B-bomb site, but yeah, just not expecting Notan at all. It'll all be onto Snacks 1v3. Singularity seem to have broken the curse solidly. Not going to be reapplied. They will string a couple together, do so cleanly. surviving with the bare minimum of 3. Very good stuff so far. They need to keep this going a little while longer, though, before they, you know, drop another round. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now, but certainly a lot more work to be done.
Isn't that true? As we said, 3 buys from ILLUMINAR. 1 more following this, if so needed, while the lost bonus builds. And it's a quick A-pop. Nice shot from Nikaz. He's gonna have to back up now. No jungle smoke allows Tobin to take this angle. He's got to win the fight, and Veggie is oh so good in that angle. It is his wheelhouse, and he is the driver. Now he gets a little ahead of himself trying to push in through those smokes, and Ramoy will humble him. A man down now. ILLUMINAR yet to get this plant. I think they're waiting. What are they waiting for? For jungle control from Rollin. They're gonna plant triple side because I know they don't have CT control. And kind of the right move, because Singularity have rotated all through CT. No one dare comes in through jungle or catwalk, and Rollin could be in some trouble. And in for a rude awakening if he decides to face this dry. There's the flash over the top. He'll be peeking. No one's facing. Accelerate. Big win for him. And Snacks is gonna try to get this bomb down, successfully so, but I don't know if he's bound to escape here. He needs to find a pick out of this. Innocent does in, and he doubles down. Snacks can hit a shot, and it's all an Innocent. 6 HP, Scriv, smoke on the bomb. How does he pull this off?
With a miracle. Moving across to connector. Not heavily planted for him, but definitely workable from this angle. Nade gonna go through. He finds the kill onto Nico Dawes. Okay. Cell rate now has to be the one to get on the bomb. The flash coming over the top, not looking to take the fight. The smoke has dissipated. It's out in the open. Cell rate wanting to take it. Innocent playing it perfectly. Going to peek up. Is there enough time for the defuse? I don't think so. He's done it. Innocent actually pulls it off. Essentially a 1v4 coming in to allow ILLUMINAR to get their 8th round. But that 1v2 at the end is perfectly played. The nade followed up by the spray for the quick kill so that he's not revealing himself for very long. And then just playing the time perfectly, right? Not peeking too early, not peeking too late. Getting the distraction in there, making sure that Cell Rate has to get off the bomb. And the 8 for ILLUMINAR picked up. And Singularity, well, absolute disaster. They were looking set to get themselves a 3rd. They let it slip. And that is, of course, the issue with taking so long to get a foot in the door. You are bound to make mistakes, despite how clean those first 2 rounds were. And then you're right back to square one.
Whew. No one likes square one. And I bet Singularity don't either. They're trying to build a square, but they only have one side. And it can be tough. It can be tough. You're low on utility. Like, let's say you're, what, 50-something seconds in. You have a smoke and a flash. Very confused a little bit by the head armor choices. I think you could have elected to go non-head armor and still been able to get a little bit more utility out. Cool smoke by Rollin, by the way. They don't have ladder control, so never seen someone go ahead and just smoke it like that. All the while, the CTs have a ramp control, and Ramoy getting timing hard. They really do think this is B, but they've completely ignored mid and connector. They've left that possibility open for the A retake, and Tobis gets found. This might just be an instant safe call. I don't think they can go for this, Scriv. Yeah, and they know it.
Hot damn. ILLUMINAR really making quick work of these guys right now on the T side. Just capitalizing on the mistakes, like you say, some internal ones. As we mentioned yesterday, those unforced errors from Singularity, it seems like. Really questionable kind of economic choices. It is kind of painful to see, but the way it goes. Another player falling as well, so not ideal. Still, one player is going to feel the burn here. And not, and if he drops across, I mean, which he is, it's not got much room for utility, so Another awkward buy. Arguably better than the last, though. It's only Tobiz, really, who is, of course, going to be on that weaker weapon. So, certainly workable here for the CT side. Are they going to be able to do it, though? Illuminar getting into incredibly dangerous territory. Remoy trying to take an early fight, and he just gets melted by the firing squad. Flash over the top for Cellrate to work, but he's so very blind going out, though. And, well, although Innocent gets blinded by his teammate's flashbang there, I believe, it's all good because he finds the frag before the fact. 5v3 immediately off the bat. Illuminar looking set to get double digits very early on into this first half. Singularity just not showing up on Mirage at all. Another kill coming in. Well, CZ's going to try, but not really the ideal range for the CZ there. He is able to dip away, but I don't know if, again, we just see another call to save coming in from Singularity. Yeah. This is somewhat dire.
Dire Straits. Not the best place to be, but a good song if you want to listen to something to hype you back up.
This is where I can come in with they're the band.
Hey, attaboy. You got one of my references.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. It only took like what, 10, but that's
that's
all right.
True.
At least you got the one that mattered. Well, you did miss out on a couple British bands, which I don't think
true.
I can necessarily let you down on, but that's all right. That's fine. There's always plenty of room to recover. And the same might not be able to be said about Singularity. Could be in some trouble. 10 rounds already for Illuminar on this T side, and Singularity have not been able to save, like, ever. They've been hunted non-stop. Now, the nice thing is, No10 able to just tuck in, should be able to live. He will. He gets away with it. Attaboy. He will live. And drop over a gun to his homies. And notice Illuminar have stopped running an AWP. Reason for this? They're just getting in Singularity's face. They know these buys have been meh. They know they're going to be force buying at this current point. They just want to rush them down, right? Don't give them any room. Pressure them with AKs. They don't. Illuminar don't necessarily feel like playing at a very slow pace. Their default's a bit more safe. Snax comes out by himself. Can't believe he wins that fight against Tobiz while getting caught jumping. And this B player could be in some trouble. No10 has to jump off of the balcony. At least this time, Singularity are prioritizing mid control. That is a bit of a change. Typically, they've done a bit more safe setups on A or towards B. But now they need info. They're starved for it. No-Tail's going to need a rotate. No-Tan's going to need a rotate over here. Cellrate at Get Right. Not trying to let them know where he's at. His teammate able to get a kill on top of that. Illuminar getting iced out a little bit. Good hold coming in from these B players from Singularity. Right when they need a round, right when they need to keep 4 alive, they get it done. That's a well-played round.
Road to recovery begins now then. 5, obviously the best they can hope for, but 5 is still a decent marker to hit here. Never great, but not bad. So we'll see whether they can hit that mark. Of course, Illuminar were very quickly able to get the return, just dropping 2 earlier on before they managed to pick up another round and get the ball rolling back in their favor. So we'll see whether that's the case. Singularity, slightly more pressure, slightly more desperation on the string of rounds this time. And there you go. Okay, Tobi's coming in with 2 as he pushes into the underpass. Up the stairs, drops the bomb. A perfect opening exchange coming through for Singularity.
Oh, man. Innocent, though. Right back with an answer, Scriv. I liked this from Singularity. Not being timid no more. It may have taken them a while, but they're finally getting what I would consider comfortable. They still have given a bit of room towards A, but there's give and take in this. If you're playing 2B, 1 aggressive, there's got to be some give and take towards the A site. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means Nick Dawes has to kind of go huge. He's got to funnel information over his teammates. He has to be the eyes and ears for if they're pushing into jungle or if they're coming up and swinging him in CT. He's got to be the man to let his team know so they can justify their rotates. Now, Illuminar are just going to walk out onto A. Bomb is on the back of Mao's. And I'm pretty sure he's towards B. So things are getting a little weird here. It's a bit of an A fake, so they're going to trust him in a 1v4. Now, the issue is Innocent has to get at least 2 kills. That's a bit of a problem. As a molly lands on default, his spray is sporadic and wild. He tags 2 players up, and as the bomb gets planted, Mouse has to go huge. No choice, no option. 1v4 Scriv. Will they just feed him? Jump up on the top. You can jump up on the top of the refrigerator. He's not going to. He'll take the first. The op is posted, and that's all he'll get. Illuminar take a bit of a wacky risk. Probably in a situation where they needed to. But Singularity handled the rounds well. And if they can get back up to 5, it alleviates pressure of pistol. It means you can run it back on your T side yourselves. They're starting to find those confidence frags. And honestly, they're rotating well. But they're just lacking that little bit of information. But they're still getting round wins. So I can't say much.
Yeah, a weird one from their Illuminar there, but I don't know. Again, desperation, I think. Round number 15 then, a fast one coming in from Illuminar. 4 players waterfalling out of Palace. On Remoy is in prime position to deal with them. He's got a bit of assistance as well. A great setup here from the CT side to deal with this. Looks like they might have done. Rallen, though, still alive, will eventually get out. Oh, perfect peek onto Nico Doz. Not ready for Noten, though, I don't think. Ooh, who can't quite find him, gives his position away. And has to back away ever so slightly. What's the plan here from Rallen? It looks like he wants to dip to B. Or will he just reposition to ramp, maybe? Is he trying to get a big bamboozle? No, looks like he's going towards B. Okay, so smoke coming in... at middle there, I feel like Notan, yeah, still a little unsure. Maybe thinks he's going short, sticking around on A, but taking a slightly more passive position. So it looks like in the 1v1, Keith, we are going to get the bomb plant from Rallen. If he can get into a decent position as well, this could be pretty big. 11-4 looks so much better than 10-5.
Without a doubt. Rallen, he's taking an aggressive angle here. Notan, yeah, easy. Rallen took a risk, punished. Notan's even going to pick up the utility, not necessarily needed, but he'll do it for style. And it is going to be that 10-5. What does this do? Alleviates that pressure of pistol. It means Singularity have won back-to-back-to-back rounds. Feeling pretty good, 3 in a row. And their frag things are starting to go up. They're getting up there. It's been the Mounds and Innocent show. Now they get over on that CT side, however. For me, this is where Illuminar really become deadly. And, yeah, those are some fair live odds, I would say. Okay, there. What? E? Yes. Is that it? Perfect. Still changing. Ever-changing, Scriv. I got thrown 8 different options there, all of which, though, could be justified.
In all fairness, yeah. All right, let us see how it goes down in the second half, though. I feel like Illuminar, for me, a little stronger on the CT side of things, particularly on Mirage, with the way that Snacks has been performing okay on that AWP. Either way, Rush coming in here, the contact play, the utility over the top. Veggie going to find the first. Rallen dead to rights at bench there. And the site has to be given up. A lot of pressure coming in from short, one from the apartments as well. So they have some decent positions to mount the retake on the Illuminar side. It's just a case of whether they're able to find their way back in. They've been kept out for a good amount of time. Some aggressive positions from the T side. Oh, and Veggie not really able to help out Snacks. That's not great. There's a lot of low HP bars, but it is the Glocks that are coming out on top of the majority of the fights. Mouse, however, creeping in with all this madness, could be the one to make the difference. But no, Nicodo's going to take him down. Remoy in the same breath finds Innocent. And then Singularity will find themselves the pistol, buying themselves a bit of time, bit of room to work with.
Yeah, beautifully. Well done. Right when they needed a big pistol round, they pull it out. Now you have to get through, though, the Illuminar force buy, which is smokes and nades. These nades are going to come in a few places, whether it be top mid and they push a ramp. It looks like they're all going to be going towards window. A couple. So a smoke and nade toss towards ramp. A couple still in play towards top mid. The catwalk player will have one, so they're going to hang on to a few of them. Not as aggressive as I thought from the Illuminar boys. They're waiting on that window smoke to go ahead and nade top mid, but it's not coming in. Snacks. Positioning that crosshair, getting ready. Doing a bit of a top mid lineup spam. There goes one of the nades. A little bit of damage, but we can see on the minimap Singularity really just getting ready for this A hit. Illuminar, depending how much they want to commit into facing mid, could mean the difference in how much info they have for this A hit. Mao's under balcony. Innocent could get caught here. He starts to put on the jets as he ducks into sight. And as this A-ramp player comes out, Mao's tries to support. These Deagles have to start connecting. It's getting a little too late. Mao pushes for the gun, gets punished. And the cleanup crew arrives for Singularity with these Mac 10s. Rollin and Veggie probably considering just trying to find some exits. Keep in mind, there's still a player top mid. Rollin has another nade. Cellrate's going to be so mad. He is going to be so rattled. They will take that Galil and they will save it to the next round, I bet.
Yeah. Give Rollin a bit of something to work with. Keep that pressure on Veggie as well. Just looking for exits here. So more likely than not going to hold on to his Deagle and armor and smoke. See if they can get anything done with that. Again, damage and pressure and all that stuff is very, very good to keep on your opponents early on into the half. But ultimately, it should be a nice, easy few rounds for Singularity to work with. A bit of time. Closing the gap. If they can pick up the first rifle round, then we start to believe in their full-on comeback potential, but Illuminar will be looking to deny that as early as possible. See what the deal is here. Yeah, so not really purchasing anything up. A flash from Ours. They might try and group up together. Nade for Rollin. Smoke also in for Mouse. He's one of the richer players. Snacks holding on to all his cash to get that AWP out as cleanly and as quickly as possible. So should be an 8 for Singularity in theory, but there's definitely potential here, right, to upset the apple cart, so to speak. However, I like this from Singularity, grouping up early on, making sure that, you know, if someone does get picked off, if someone does get caught out, there's enough players around that they probably find a quick trade, or at the very least isolate that player that finds the kill. Meanwhile, it is going to be a B stack, so this could be a bloodbath if things work out for Illuminar in that sense. Ooh. Oh no, that was very nearly awkward. Notan looked away at the wrong time. Innocent will end up falling, but does a fair amount of damage before doing so.
Look at this position from Rollin. That's the Galil. He's on top. He can double in. Spraying wildly. Triple spray from Rollin. Give him the fourth. All with one clip of a Galil. 35 bullets. And Notan's not ready for snacks. Rollin does it. He's a robber. He has done it from the high ground. He maintains, he holds, and locks that down, Scriv. Illuminar. I can't believe Rollin's done this. Who knows how to control like a Lil spray?
I think he has just pulled out the old pray and spray, to be honest. Maybe a bit of knowledge behind it, but yeah. Wild. Absolutely wild, and disaster strikes for Singularity. Really could be the turning point there with a round like that. They're forcing, well, I suppose you can call it a full buy, but it's a very, very weak one. However, the speed seems to be catching Illuminar off guard. Oh, but Mouse has got the bomb. He needs the rotations coming quickly. 3v2. Needs some assistance. If they just group up and approach him properly, but Remoy just going for a wide swing. Not a massive fan. Now brings it back to being even. Cell rate, oh, could lose this fight as well on the Mac 10. A lot of damage done. Will finish him off. So at the very least, Mal's going to be left with everything to do in the 1 versus 2. Would kind of be a fan of him, yeah, just giving the bomb up here and playing it a bit safer and maybe thinking of rotating away or confusing them a little. Oh, Nico Dot's going to win the fight, and there you go. Singularity straight back into things. Certainly making it difficult for themselves, but still keeping some of that control to find the 8th.
Whew. Alrighty. Getting a little crazy. Double ops now for the Illuminar. And I believe those are double hero ops. Okay. Snacks. Opening pick on Notan. This is a interesting move from Illuminar. I don't think I've seen this in a while, and it could really work out. Trying to funnel them away from the snacks op, right, from middle and A. Innocent. These guys just know the wallbang lineups of that Deagle. They've shared their skills upon one another, from snacks to Innocent. And Singularity looking like they're getting ready to split this A site. Nice thing about having mid is you don't have to commit to A. Once you're up connector, you can always backpedal. You can always get out. How are they going to deal with this snacks op, though? He's pushing A ramp with it. Back to the danger. Eyes looking forward. Keep in mind, Rollins AWP is still in B halls. Singularity, they have to make a decision. They have to kind of make one soon. They're choked out of information. They know there's an op in play. They don't really know where to go, Scriv. It seems like their only choice is A because of the Palace player.
Yeah, they're very unsure here. Kind of on both sides, actually. This could be big. Great spot from Snacks. Oh, but a nice little bit of a jiggle peek. However, he's able to drop back fast enough. Imagine if he gets that wall bang. Leaves his back exposed. Meanwhile, Mao's going to peek out and find two on the P250. Are you mad? Oh, goodness, Singularity. They find the hard rounds, but the easy ones are so difficult for them, apparently. Or retrieved by Remoy, but there's just not enough time to do anything. And Illuminar get the 12th. Oh, Keith. Keith, how's it come to this? Miles with nothing but a P250. Just peeks out. Why are you not prepped for that angle? How do you not trade him, to be honest? I suppose Nico is on the AWP, but still, he looks so unaware.
Yeah, overlooking some basic angles. I suppose they thought as soon as they saw Snacks off that it was a force buy, so maybe they're like, yeah, no way an M4 would play there, but sadly mistaken. Unable to do the boost up. Remoy could have had a pick on that player crossing sandwich. Instead, nothing. Off angle from Innocent. He'll double in. Yes, sir. Illuminar staring down 13. They can feel it. And these two opening picks are a great start, as Miles will be getting baited for in sandwich. We know this execution's coming, or pieces of one. Won't be a full execute, that is for sure. A molly towards under balcony. No, Tam's gonna jump out. Drop by Mouse. He'll drop a smoke at his feet. He's still in trouble from Remoy. M4 in hand, but a nade at his feet. How can Nick Dawes and Remoy bring this back, Scriv? They're just getting bombarded.
Looks like not, sir. I was going to say maybe they can creep in and find a cheeky frag. Oh, wow. Snacks getting the wall bang there as well. Finishes them off in the end. Nice little 2K coming in from Snacks as he looks consistent on the AWP. Certainly not the flashiest. Certainly not the highest fragger. But once we've moved on to the CT side, he has done an awful lot of work for Illuminar, as they seem to have found some stability. Singularity not able to, as they did in the past, get the cheeky round in, the cheeky follow-up force buy. And Illuminar really starting to edge ahead. Looking like a very dominant side here on Mirage. Again, kind of to be expected, but like, you need to be bringing it a little bit closer than this, particularly on a map like Mirage, I think. Sure, it's not the best map for them. They do kind of play it when they have to. But most of their results, it's only Heroic, really, and that was a while ago now, the team that they really struggled against. And I mean, that's kind of fair enough. Heroic are a very, very good team. But most of the time, they do manage to bring it close, bring it fairly competitive. But Illuminar making mincemeat out of them at the moment. Timeout taken as well from Illuminar, so really looking to clean things up here and get it as easily, as quickly as possible. We've talked all about that momentum and confidence going into Nuke. If they play like this, particularly their CT side, I think Nuke is going to be tough for Singularity, so really not looking too good. Glock throwaway though, Keith. This should be an easy 14 for Illuminar. Going into the next is where things need to turn around for Singularity.
Well, here we are. This is the round that counts. You can get all of your AKs out, utility aplenty. This is like, I'll make a golf reference. You're on the 17th hole, 2 more to go. You're 2 strokes back, you need a double birdie, Scriv. Except, in this situation, you're more than two rounds back, but that's okay. Same idea, same amount of pressure. You gotta hit the putt. And this round is a must-win. Goes without saying, but I'll be the man to point out the obvious. And Singularity know it. They're looking towards a late mid-take, smokes and flashes. It's going to be a quick, ugly cat split to be. But they're getting sprayed down by Veggie. Could this change their plans? Are they going to now abort and go connector? That's a banging headshot from Celerate. But the smokes have cleared. Rollins found room. And that is as free as a kill as he'll get. With Mal's on site, he's found the lurk out. And the round should follow unless Celerate has a clutch. Low on HP, but the AK, we know its power. I don't think ILLUMINAR really want to give him a chance, though.
Oh. Yep. Not going to give him a chance at all. Mouse swinging out. Able to find it in the end. And it is a little dicey there. It is a little close, but just not really close enough. Beautiful stuff from Veggie, who, for me, I think is... maybe shaping up to kind of be a bit of an NBK of the Polish scene, right? Like a very, very good role player, very, very good supportive element. Sure, not fragging the heaviest at the moment, but I think what he does behind the scenes, or, well, behind the frags, if you will, really makes a massive difference. Either way, coming into what could be the final round here, Keith. Massive nade damage to open us up. Singularity going fast, looking desperate, and, well, looking flat. 2 quick kills for ILLUMINAR, as it will be another recovery required from the Danish side.
Recovery needed. They could be in some trouble. They got the windows smoke and market. That's fine, but they still have to get through Rollin. He's playing an off angle here. Back pillar. These guns are not primed to take a fight against Rollin here. He is dancing. He is landing shots. They have to take him down, but Rollin's isolating 1v1s. And he has support coming in from Maus. They'll finally deal with him, and Nick does nice shots. But no Dan in a hard spot with a back 10. This one should be free. It is. But he takes some damage for it. And that catwalk fight was always doomed. 16-8. ILLUMINAR will do it. They have run over Singularity. They've won all the clutch rounds. They've won the rounds needed. Singularity tried to bounce back on that T side with the pistol Scriv, but it was just not to be. And that's the ILLUMINAR we know. And that is the ILLUMINAR we trust. Mal's an innocent, topping the scoreboard. Veggie's close up there. These boys are coming to play. They're not messing around.
Certainly not. Certainly not. A lot of rounds pulled back from the brink as well. You know, scenarios where they were kind of down and out, it seemed, and they were able to find the pieces, find the frags needed. So, yeah, really, really well done from ILLUMINAR across the board. Some heavy fragging coming in from Mal's and Innocent, but Snacks looking good on that CT side. I mean, we saw Veggie towards the end having some moments as well. So the individuals that you expect stepping up, but it's not like there was any kind of dead weight there either. So I'm really impressed with what I've seen. A very, very clean Mirage result. And now moving into Nuke, I think they have an awful lot of confidence behind them. Meanwhile, Singularity, it's tough, man, because, you know, you lose it in pretty quick fashion, no real contest. And as we've mentioned, a good number of rounds where they lost against Force Spies or they lost 2vx situations, right? I think it was a 2v4 at one point. Cell rate with someone got a 1v4. I'm totally having a brain fart about that. But it still is a really, really good showing from ILLUMINAR coming through. And I don't know, I worry for them going into Nuke.
Yeah, rightfully so, because we've seen ILLUMINAR's Nuke dismantle teams before. The way Snacks works out at Yard, right? Him just working around the AWP, getting backup from his teammates. They're deadly. Veggie on this map, how many times have we seen him run out hut and just triple entry, like nonstop? He's a beast. And Singularity, I hope they have some stops in play. And this break gives them a chance to kind of recover and look towards Nuke, their map pick. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to get nuclear. It's Nuke. Hang on.
Nice shot. Lock and load. Wow, very good. Let me show you how it is done. Yeah, no. Woo, damn! That was one of the best tickle fights I've been to.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Malta Vibes, brought to you by Gaming Malta, the home of gaming excellence. My name is Keith the Fortune, joined once more by Scriv. No surprise. Well, at least it shouldn't be, unless you're new and you just tuned in for Nuke, which is a fair choice because this game should be interesting. It's Singularity's pick, ILLUMINAR taking their own, and as we jump into Nuke, we've already let our woes out. We've already let our worries go, but I must admit, I didn't let all my woes go. Still very worried for the Singularity boys. I'll reiterate.
Yeah, I think so, right? Only getting 8 rounds on a map these days, whether you're good on it or not, is not a good sign. You should be bringing things a little bit closer. Generally speaking, Singularity do as well, unless they are heavily outmatched. So I think ILLUMINAR playing on a bit of another level. It's taken a bit of time for Singularity to get going, maybe kind of mentally checking out a little bit of that first map. So we'll see coming into Nuke whether they're able to bounce back, but it's not like, this is the thing, it's not like ILLUMINAR don't play this. We've seen them play it. They've been pretty decent on it. Sure, it's not the most consistent map in the pool for ILLUMINAR, but they're still pretty good. And we had Innocent and Miles really playing well on that first map as well. Can probably rely on them to do the same again. Snacks has a great time on Nuke. He loves getting aggressive, loves getting in your face, and can be very hard to deal with and read, particularly if they get a start onto that CT side. So yeah, I think the worries are there across the board, probably even for the players a little bit as well. We're really going to need to see a turnaround and a step up. Toby's really not having a good time, right? Minus 16, Keith. I don't like to point fingers, but that is verging on unacceptable, you know. So definitely going to have had a bit of a bounce back here, a bit of a talk, a bit of a rebuttal, hopefully, is now going to come through for Singularity, because the first map just really flat from them, and you never know, maybe that's part of the game plan. They're like, okay, we'll give it a go. If it's not going well for us, don't put your heart and soul into it and mentally destroy yourself and everything. Let's just focus on Nuke. So we'll definitely see, but there's very little to work off of here on the Singularity side of things. Kind of a curveball coming in from them.
Yeah, I agree. And Knife Round is going live. So I think this is kind of the places where you want Singularity to win a knife, right? Need to start on that CT side. We've seen ILLUMINAR before really deadly in Nuke. They're really good at holding for control. They're outside control with getting players into secret and their heaven wraps. They have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. Probably going to catch Singularity off guard with them. I mean, Singularity obviously have watched probably ILLUMINAR demo here and there, but it's one thing to watch demo, one thing to play against and get ready for the timings, because ILLUMINAR, honestly, I think this is a really good map for them. So hopefully Singularity brings something to the table. I've seen Singularity play Nuke before, as it looks like they are going to win the knife, so that's cool. But I've watched these boys... Wait. Hang on. Maybe not. Snacks is deadly with this knife. I wasn't going to talk about it, but he got the moves.
He's got the experience, man. He's going to get it as well. He's been in way more knife rounds than Toby's ever has, so cool, calm, and collected. A key clutch coming in. And they'll get the CT sided start, so that's actually going to make a big difference for ILLUMINAR, that's for sure.
But yeah, back to my point. I've seen Singularity play Nuke before. They do have an understanding of the rotates, right, and the pressure points on the map. But they haven't played anyone as formidable in a while as ILLUMINAR. I'm gonna take a look actually at who they've played recently on Nuke. They have played Pact and Saw, and they beat them both. So they actually beat Pact on Nuke. So they've already taken a Polish team, and beating Saw on Nuke is actually not so bad. So these boys know how to play it. But I think ILLUMINAR are a different beast in comparison to Saw. Maybe not necessarily Pact, but after especially how Mirage went, your fraggers aren't getting those kills that they need to get. It is still worrisome, even if it is a map that's decent for you.
Yeah, Lootbet definitely supporting them as well. Do be sure, banner down below, folks. Code MALTA. Get yourself 10 free spins, 100 bonus euros. Either way, we're into the action. The pistol getting started here. And yes, I agree with you completely, Keith. I feel like ILLUMINAR are on a bit of a different level today. Really bringing their S-tier gameplay for the playoffs. Of course, quarterfinals here. Got one more to come up after this, so stick around. A-bomb site going to be the site of choice here. Snacks able to get one. But ultimately, it falls pretty quickly there. Bomb plant coming through for Singularity. 4 versus 3. There is a kit available in the hands of Innocent, but it's going to be tough to make their way back in. The Glocks now not really having to go anywhere, and the gap beginning to close between them and the USPs. Should be a decent post plant. A nice little setup at the vent as well is really, really going to be difficult to get through. Just creeping in. Yeah, clean headshots. Oh my goodness. Cell rate with 2 quick ones. Innocent trades him back, but there's no way he expects a second man. And there you have it. Singularity. No sweat off their brow for the D-side pistol. Nice stuff.
These guys are good at pistols. I feel like we've seen that before, haven't we, Scriv? They seem like pistol guys. It's kind of their thing. That's a big one to pick up. Shutting down this mini push. Nice shots from Cell Rate. The second one, I'm not sure how he even got time to find and line that up. And it's just a second too shy, unfortunately. And here we go. Forced buy-in from ILLUMINAR. Should not be a surprise with Deagles and MP9 on Snacks. Singularity, this is one you cannot drop. You can lose a couple of the Mac 10s, but overall you should not be dropping this one, Scriv. That's how I feel.
You definitely hope so, right? We did see them actually drop quite a few rounds like this on Mirage, so hopefully that is done and not going to make an ugly appearance again. But we'll see. It is certainly a slow start here from Singularity, not pulling any punches, just playing things a little passive, maybe a bit too passive. 50 seconds, still a 5v5. Walking all the way back, it's kind of a fake outside execute. I think they were trying to bait some aggression, but ILLUMINAR not giving them any at all. 35 seconds, Keith. It looks like they're grouping up for an A hit. Maybe a B split, though, down the vents by the looks of things, actually. Ooh, and Mao's going to move away at the wrong time. Notting going to find one onto Snacks. Maybe they'll divert back towards the A site, in all fairness, but it's looking good here. 20 seconds, though. A well-timed kill, a well-placed Deagle shot could really make the difference, but they've well and truly bamboozled ILLUMINAR. No one ready for the B hit. Notan doing damage. Will eventually go down, but enough of a distraction. Enough damage for him as well. Surely done enough. Bomb goes down and no utility, no kits or anything. Yeah, and they know that the kind of the defuse is so very difficult in a situation like this. So just going to save what they've got into the next round. And Singularity, I was somewhat worried. It was very, very, very slow on the uptake, but it works out for them.
Definitely a little nervous in their pacing, but I do think this is a map that fits their playstyle a bit better. They're not typically the brawly Mirage type. That's why you won't see them typically pick it. Gets picked against them. I think Nuke does suit them comfortably. Again, the few times that they've played it, they've taken decent wins. They've been close, but they've taken wins nonetheless. So ILLUMINAR not going to be able to buy anything here. Seems like Snack's just going to maybe ask for an upgraded pistol or get one of his own. And he does end up getting a Deagle, so still a chance for this MP9, the Mac 10 they have, the Deagles to find some kills. As we always say, Scriv, any damage is good damage on CT sides in rounds like this, but it should be shaped up to a 3-0 Singularity before first rifle. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad beginning here, I don't think. Bit of the early trading coming in, but no real frags just yet. Tiny little bits of chip damage. Nothing substantial. And, you know, Singularity, the pressure definitely still on, so can't just come into this one all guns blazing. Got to be careful. But they're really doing a good job of just grouping up. Looks like their T-side is very much based on fundamentals, right? See how things go here. So they hit the A-bomb site. Rowland's going to get a crispy one. The Mac 10 and Veggie not able to get anything done. Rowland good for another, but is eliminated. The A-bomb site has fallen, but still a 3 versus 3. And if they can get people in quick enough here, as Snacks coming in from behind, Mao's not too far with the support. Oh, Snacks needed to find that one. Messy fight. Mal's going to try and clean up, but not able to do so. They're so very low. Innocent repositioning back to Mini. Gets his hands onto an AK. Will he keep it or will he go for it? That's kind of the question here. I suppose the next few moments going to decide the decision. One goes down and looking to just about cut his way through, but as it does, smoke at Squeaky. I feel like with no one peeking into him, he opts to save, surely, right? Miles from the top end with that deep could certainly get some damage done. Okay, nice stuff from Innocent as he baits the peek out from cell rate. But 1 HP left. I mean, they're committing. They're going for it. Miles going to try and get on the bomb. Nota Noah's flanked all the way around in towards Heaven. Not going to be expected at all here. Easy pickup, surely. I mean, good damage done, though. And Innocent has hightailed it out of there. I think he has to go a little further on 1 HP to stay away from the bomb. Yeah, as far away as possible. I'm going to be able to survive. But Illuminar keeping that pressure on. T-side economy is certainly under stress, despite having 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, definitely not as positioned well as they would have liked. I'm trying to consider that when he's going to be like, if they lose this, not great, but maybe manageable. Still, I feel like there's a lot for them to do here. Up in Snacks' hands. They're going to go ahead and nade open the glass. Trying to get some nade damage onto the player, dropping or playing top rafters or playing where Veggie is, and you can see the result. Really good damage onto Veggie. I bet that was one of the first times he's seen that. Rollin outside, tucked into the blue box, radiating as he looks to control this one. And Singularity, just a safe default in towards lobby, right? Not too much. And Snack's still on the hunt with his big up. Nice pick. That's the outside pressure. Now Singularity's hands is forced, right? Do we pressure ramp? Do we try to work a pick in towards site? Veggie's off angle could be too strong for Ramoy, who, by the way, has that bomb. Things are getting tense here. Singularity needed a return pick, and they know it.
Oh, no, not the result they were looking for as they move in. Veggie standing strong on the silo. Looking very good indeed. Will eventually go down. Almost gets 2 for his trouble, but not quite. So that could make a difference. Nico Dawes and Nobsan doing the work, but Innocent still on top of the hut. 2 easy frags coming in. Looking for a third. He'll get it. Does one better than Veggie ever could. And Illuminar will get their first round on the board. Oh man, and look at this immediately here, Keith. The Singularity economy just cannot support the loss at all. Now have to go for a half buy. An AK in here, I think a couple deagles, some utility. But just like that, Illuminar may have the chance to get back in. 1-for-1 trade early on. Great Molotov from the CT side, mind you, to keep the rest of the team at bay, because it could have been very messy. It looked like they were going for an A-rush, but just stopped in its tracks, essentially, as the AK goes down. They'll try the ramp instead. Snacks up close with the P250. Gonna find them all. And Rallen found Remoy in the meantime. There you go. No single frag for Singularity, and Illuminar will get their second a little faster than they expected.
Yeah, Snacks. Well worked. P250 from Snacks. Dialing that one in. And last couple rounds have been thanks to him, from opening pick to that round right there. And now the money from Singularity all dropped into this round right here. Tobis. Early aggression towards outside. I think they have a feeling that Rollins out here. Will they peek together? Will they single face him? Do they expect it? Rollin with one. Does he escape? Somehow he does. But keep an eye on Tobis. Spraying the smoke and he'll find him. No escape for Rollin. Innocent, no real return damage. But Mouse is quick to rotate. He will take control and look to continue to push up to double doors while Snacks is down here to boot. So Illuminar, as I mentioned, really, really good and flexible with these rotates. Singularity, though, taking a minute, sitting and waiting things out, assuming Illuminar are going to get aggressive in this stats, and Innocent gets caught by Notan. Now Singularity in complete control.
Keeping things competitive, keeping it close early on. Beautiful stuff. What we wanted coming into Nuke from Singularity, a bounce back. As they do indeed look good. Oh no, but Snacks gets the kill out. He doesn't get both the frags. 1.75 kills there. And that makes all the difference, Keith. This could be absolutely massive. Molotov going in as well, going to push cell rate even further back. Meanwhile, at ramp, you know, we also have Notan on low HP, so 3 versus 3, but the HP advantage for Illuminar is massive, and this could swing things out of proportion in a big, big way. Snacks takes a lot of damage, but finding another frag, creating room. Ooh, okay, Notan actually gets the better of him there with that left eye peek, but all good. Illuminar will be able to clean it up. And Singularity, it looked good for them. They were almost able to pull that one back. Not the case, however. Snack standing strong and doing a really, really good job of finding essentially 3 kills for his team.
Here we are. Illuminar have tied us up, Scriv. 3s apiece. Rollin doing what he does best, being a menace. He'll get 3. Snacks, that's a shot he typically connects. I bet he's a little rattled that that one missed. But he's got the grenade. He has the op still, peering up for the head of an Nicodos, and he'll find it. He'll even nade his teammate just for good measure. Innocent grabs that M4. No more SMG for him. And Illuminar jump up 2-4 rounds. And look at the CT side cache starting to build. Utility and guns, not a problem. Nicodos able to break out the AWP for Singularity. And AK is aplenty for his teammate, Scriv. Do they go for a slow default style? Are they going to pressure outside again? Or will we have a set piece come out? Illuminar seemingly catching on, though.
Hell case, of course. Shout out to our primary case sponsor, Malta V15. Get yourself a little bit of extra cash to play with when you go in for those spins. Lots and lots of different cases and a bit more of a bespoke service when it comes to CSGO skins. Either way, into an important round here for Singularity particularly. Need to get this foot in the door soon because their economy is looking weak once again, and they are not finding bomb plants consistently. Mal's going to walk in here. Timing could be everything. Is he going to keep going? No. Oh, and he just dips away. He doesn't quite find the headshot. Great little Molotov, but Toba's charging forwards. Trades 1 for 1. However, the bomb has been spotted with that, I believe. So I think they might just look to move down and support. Rallen finding the frag onto Remoy Veggie here on the stairs, essentially taking the place of his fallen comrade. And Rallen creeping in from behind. They're solidly contained. Veggie just taking a little look further down. Rallen, though, this is perfect. Oh, Nicodos does expect it. Gets the tag onto him. Takes a lot of damage for his trouble, but at the very least, pushing Rallen back. It's Snacks, though, who is quick to the mark. Drops one. Gonna drop down. Looking for a few more. And Veggie will retake his position on the stairs here. Beautiful stuff from Illuminar as they move around. They keep the T's guessing. Singularity just cannot get a read over on the B side of things. As Nicodos is left by himself. Oh, and the FOV going to cut him off. He hears the scope. His life flashes before his ears. And Snacks will take him down. 5th round for Illuminar, pretty clean as well. Starting to find themselves a good bit of consistency and a solid footing.
Wow. Wow. Impressed with how Illuminar are rotating. Snacks is very fluid in his movement, not worried at all, honestly. From outside holds to ramp picks, he has been everywhere. And Singularity really yet to break Illuminar economy-wise, mentality-wise, pressure. I really do feel like Illuminar kind of all over them. Getting the best of them in rotates, good flankings, prime timings, and more importantly, good sight holds. Innocent could be tested here in a moment. Good flash out of HUD. He's just spraying wildly. Only the one. That's huge. The AK still has to be reloaded. A little bit of nade drop from Snacks. He'll get the molly as well. Veggie has to double in. He will. And he'll in fact make it a triple. They've lost count of Notan. They don't know where he is. Lost track. He's back sight. Double spray.
Ooh.
No. If he had a few more bullets to the P250. And good thing Veggie connects because Snacks was smoked out. 6 for Illuminar on this CT side. It's been 6 in a row. But that one was deadly close.
Yeah, scrappy stuff, right? I think they're a little unprepared for the speed, but Veggie is looking so good right now. Great little round from him, and again, continues for me to be one of the more supportive and consistent elements, I think, and you can kind of rely on him. Every now and then he has a round, you know, where he'll step up. Sure, it's against the pistols there, but still, every little helps in a situation like that. Look at how close it came. If he only finds 2, suddenly it's a much harder situation. So credit to him. Snack's not fast enough with that shot as Cellrate just sprinting past. But a lot of ground gained early on is the thing for Snacks there. Rallen going to fall here. Remo is very quickly crept down. Might not be ready for him to be so far into the back halls over at the double doors even. So yeah, very early push. Innocent meanwhile looking to try and find a bit of a trade if Tobis comes his way. Another kind of crazy round from Singularity once again, Keith. Oh, but they're winning the fights. This time it's a little more orthodox, a little cleaner, I suppose. But yeah, definitely wild. They are all over the shop at the moment in terms of, you know, who's pushing where, who's going where. Just so happens that Tobi's outside is not missing, which maybe is the case usually.
Pressured backside. He's lost his teammate. Kills the posted op. He is dancing around the site while getting support from Heaven to the P250. Stacks is alone. How is he still alive? Kobiz should have him dead to rights, and he finally will. I can't believe Snacks is doing that. His teammates kept trying to fight for him, kept trying to peek, and somehow he gets 3 out of that. Singularity get a 4th. Honestly, only need really 5 to 6 to consider this a good half for them. Illuminar, as I said, cash is still there. Snacks drops 10k that round. 10 bans. He's a rich man. He'll get the op, full utility, kits aplenty as well. Singularity op of their own. Scriv, this round determines the next few, I feel.
May well. And there you are. Veggie and Snacks going to open up. It's a speedy one from Singularity. These have not been successful in the past. And they continue to follow the trend. Hard fights to be won. Notan going to open up, though, with the first exchange. Need a few more to go their way. Veggie caught out in transition. So suddenly it's a 3 versus 2. They have managed to pull it back. They've gained control of the A site. The remaining 2 CTs moving in from Heaven pretty speedily here. Kept Notan at the back vent. Flash coming in. I'm going to win that fight. The bomb itself looks to be moving back towards B. Not sure whether they're going to be prepared for this. Does not look like it. Molly coming in as well to keep them at base. They're just going to have to go down the secret side of things. I would like you to go together. Rallen sticking around there. They're going to split up. And this might indeed allow Singularity to isolate the fights. Just never good. But we'll see. Maybe I'll eat my words. Oh. Cellrate with a crisp one. Mouse. 1v2 is crept into control. Toba's watching for him. Oh, Toba's hears him as well. So, a lot of noise being made here. Surely goes down. Such a hard angle to win the fight, and there's not enough time really to move with either. Mouse has got to find these kills in the next couple seconds, and he does get the first. Going to get on the bomb. Cellrate, though, the round is won, and he knows it. Just takes a cheeky peek to make sure there's no hold that could be close. Singularity picking up their 5th and keeping it competitive here, which, you know, on the T side of Nuke, on your own map pick, you would assume they're better on the CT side of things. Although we have seen a bit of a shift on Nuke, it's not quite as CT side as it was. You'd still kind of expect things to work out for that CT side. So with it being kept close, with Illuminar having no cash into this round, really, they're put into a tough spot.
Without a doubt. Good time for a pause from Illuminar. I don't believe they're going to buy here. I think this will be a half buy around Mao's. Then again, I think he just tossed the AK to Snacks, so maybe. And he's bought up another. Yeah, they're going to buy here. This is going to be... This may catch Singularity off guard. I think Singularity are just going to try to default into this one. Bait out as much utility as I can. Let Nicodon's kind of work an op pick. But all the while, I think Illuminar are going to try to conceal a little bit of the fact that they bought into this. Maybe fire some pistols. Maybe let the MP9 shoot off a little bit. Singularity, though, could assume a force buy is a possibility and look to just bait out as many nades as possible. And you can see Illuminar taking a little bit of a interesting setup, right? Boosting the M4s, having them play in together towards ramp. Now Singularity know what they're getting into.
Good that they do as well, right? They need to really get a solid foot in the door here while they still can. Some different spots from Illuminar being taken, I suppose. Rallen, you know, aggressive outside, looking to find Tobiz, who's been a real nuisance. Meanwhile, Mao's up on the boost. Rallen going to win that fight outside. Mao's hidden away. Does have a player below him as well. Oh, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. They have not checked him. He's waiting patiently. Going to get two. Oh, no, Miles. He messes it up. Bit more patience required. Just go for the double dinks over and over. And, well, it's brought back into a 3-on-3. Still doable for Illuminar, but it should have been over. Or at least all but over. Oh, Miles. Tough to watch. Tough to pull off, I suppose. We've all been there. However, in a game like this, it's going to make such a big difference. Singularity, 20 seconds left. We've got to make a move into the B-bomb sites. And Snacks, with an off angle, might be able to catch them off guard. I'm not sure if his barrel is spottable. I think it is indeed. A bit too long, the A1S, sir. Will go down. And I think the round maybe comes with it. Beggy with his MP9, though, going to peek out at the right time. Okay. Drops the bomb. And there's no time. There's no time. Oh, Singularity disaster strikes. That is so awkward. They just run out of time. Rallen trying to get some exits. Not going to happen for him, but Singularity absolutely throwing that one down the toilet.
Yeah, that's down the drain. That one's gone. No recovering that one, unfortunately. Now, Singularity buying up what they can because a couple members had $0 on, as income. Nicodon's his prime example with that. AWP, no utility. Maybe he can find an B-ramp pick, excuse me. And, you know what? He'll tag up Mao's. Veggie eats a nade on top of it. These MP9s getting shut down from aggressing. That's a great flash in, but Nicodon's with the cover. Snacks' head is gone, and Illuminar's money factors starting to come into play. They tried to push the envelope. They tried to be nuisances, and instead they just get shut down.
Slapped. Absolutely slapped. I mean, it's good from Singularity to bounce back after the previous round. Not so good for Illuminar, who just have a semblance of a lead. It is very slim. Oh, and Nico does. Nice little flick. Miles going to try and drop him here. This could be good if he does. $600 kill bonus, excuse me. And, of course, the big green gun going to be eliminated. Trying to track him down here. Remoy around, though. Yeah, he doesn't win that fight on low HP, and now he's got a full flank coming in from behind as well. Toby's going to drop him. So just Rallen, who has any hope to save here. Looks like he will. No one coming his way. But Singularity take a 6. They take it very cleanly as well. And 6 rounds already. Pretty damn good on the T side. Maybe even a chance at getting a few more. It will be a force buy here from Illuminar, and if they lose this, a force buy into the next round. So, tough economic situation towards the tail end of the first half for them, Keith.
That is for sure. Money is busted. Ooh. Interesting little wall bank from Nikodons. When he's feeling it, he's feeling it. That nade top marshmallow should land. A little bit of damage on Decelerate. And with just Deagles outside of the AK on Rollin. Pressure to find the opening pick on Rollin is huge, right? He has to be successful here. There really is no option otherwise. And as a molly will come raining in towards credit card. Clears out that back blue box. And they have to be careful because Nikodaz is on the hunt. They're not dropping smokes, they're working picks. They know the buy from ILLUMINAR is not good. It's perfect position for Rollin to peek. Now Nikodaz is posted. Rollin has to somehow get out of here. They know they're going down secret. Rotates are in from ILLUMINAR. But how do you hold this no utility in Deagles?
That's the real question. Gonna have to find the heads. Oh, and Mao's trying to get a cheeky one as he opens the door. Not gonna happen for him. Innocent, pretty good spot. Catches Remoy rotating nades. He picked up Tobiz as well. Maybe you believe Rollin, though, on the AK. He has arrived. How much support does he have? That's the real question. At the moment, it's just Snacks. 24 HP. Not looking too good. And Rollin has dipped out. Maybe to save or maybe to reposition. We'll find out. Snacks, meanwhile, trying to follow in the footsteps. It looks like a reposition. He may well just drop down the vents. Oh, Snacks! What is that? I do not believe it. Through the smoke, picks up 2, denies the bomb plan. Absolutely huge from Snacks. Nico Dawes the only one left, and he has been flanked out by Rollin. Snacks, my God. My God, that is a Snacks round. That is one of the best Snacks rounds I've got to cast as well. Goodness gracious me.
This is just vintage. Open the door. Beautiful crosshair placement on the bomb planner. Able to headshot Tobiz through Celerate. Or excuse me, headshot. Like, it's absurd. Through the door, through the player. Shots land. Mind is blown. Singularity looking to bounce back. Their buy still superior. Early nades coming in again. Not gonna buy. Veggie's not gonna bite this time around. Wow. That is Snacks vintage, of course. What he does best. When they need a round, he finds it. This could be a 9-6. Singularity looking like they want to try to explode here on A. They're postured for it. They're going to line up utility. Lay a smoke mini. Flash over. But numbers are here from ILLUMINAR. And another molly on Rollin. Yeah. Singularity do not like what they're hearing. They start to shift towards ramp. And it is only Mouse over there to hold it. This could get weird.
Oh. Innocent's timing is almost terrible. Remoy going to find Rollin, though. Veggie up close with the MP9. Needs to go huge. Perfectly timed peek. So much damage done. There it is. Innocent will capitalize. Finds 2 at once. Mouse and he, the only ones left. And Innocent comes around the corner to find the final frag onto Remoy. Standing strong. It's not as flashy as Snacks' round, but still nice individual step up. Snacks actually having the best half. As he goes 16-9. Top fragger by quite some margin. Looking very, very good indeed. And gets a nice one for the highlight reel. 9-6 though. Is that enough? Singularity there, map pick. I'd say 9-6 is still pretty decent from ILLUMINAR considering how things were going towards the end, right? Their economy very, very shaky. They managed to pull a couple out of the bag at the end. So Singularity might be disappointed that they do not capitalize. I mean, they're going to be very angry. Very, very angry that they get door killed through the smoke. But there you are. It is what it is, as they say. They'll have to deal with the cards they've been dealt here onto the CT side.
Big important pistol. And look who it is. It's Singularity stepping up. Celerate with 2. I feel like he's the pistol wizard. Miles and Rollin gonna hit that reset. They've lost the bomb, however. So, just gonna have to set Miles up with a flash. It's beautiful, but they're all hiding back sight. bomb control. They can just hang out. This boost is nasty. 4-on-1. Maus, no armor, no chance. He should get shut down here in a moment, and he will. Singularity, 2 for 2 on pistols. That is huge. The scoreline, though, doesn't really show that they've won both pistols, but they have. That allows them to pick up this big economic advantage for the CT side moving forward. ILLUMINAR gonna have to take a little bit of a risk, maybe. It seems like Maus is all in, and the team is tiptoeing around it, but they are going to go ahead and do it. Look for either a slow pick with these pistols or some sort of quick set piece with all these nades they've purchased.
Really is a telltale sign, though, if they're not able to get the game after picking up both pistols. I suppose they're a lot less impactful than they used to be, but still, we'll see how close it comes, right? Maybe it's not going to be a super dominant showing. ILLUMINAR definitely being tested a lot more here on Nuke. Rolling with the lineup. See what the plan is here. Door going to be opened by a teammate, perhaps. Molly comes in onto top. Smoke onto the top of it from Noten. Not sure if that's required while you're not stood there, my guy, but I guess he's going to try and work around the smoke. And, well, he's like, oh, actually, no one here, guys. They've just dropped down vents. They've got B control. They're going to get the bomb plant, which is a nice return on the investment. We've not found a single kill yet. We don't really have any info to work with. Also have 2 of them left up top to try and cut off the rotations. This is a very weird situation. Cellrate going to peek out. He will find the first. Another couple players close by. Oh, not able to capitalize though. It's only Snacks who's found a frag at the moment, and he's being kept at bay. Meanwhile, Innocent, the only one left on the P250, tagged down to 19. Defuse should be coming in as we speak. It is indeed. So a bit of damage done in a bomb plant. ILLUMINAR can be happy with that, but Singularity still going to be able to convert and get the 8th.
And there we are. 1 round back. ILLUMINAR, just pistols once more. As we wait for those rifles to come out, looking like it's going to be 9-9 before we are able to break out the rifles for both. I am intrigued, and I want to see if Singularity are going to... I mean, if they lose a player, may force the op on Ramoy. He might be able to have enough to drop it over to Nick Dawes, who's been, by the way, kind of surreal on it. You know Snacks is coming out. That'll be the advantage ILLUMINAR will have. As this round is just a formality, trying to work maybe a couple kills. But looking really good, our Singularity Scriv. You can already kind of feel the comfort level difference from Nuke to Mirage. Like, very, very noticeable, even in their play style.
Yeah, I think so, right? And we've seen a few things from them. A little bit of theory crafting here and there. Tiny bits of utility that maybe aren't used very often, or that they may well have come up with themselves. So I think it is going to be their go-to map once they get it perfected, but question of getting it perfected, and right now it clearly isn't. ILLUMINAR still, though, not looking too good for them into this round, so Singularity at the very least should be able to even things up. A question still remains as to whether they're able to pick up the rifle rounds, something they struggled to do in the first half. See what the deal is, though. Rushing out onto the A side, straight into Notan. Easy stuff for him. Remoy also in to drop that bomb. It was trying to sneak down the vents. Innocent outside will find a head. Okay, accidentally jumping there. A little awkward, maybe spooked by Remoy's peak. But just the 1 kill coming in for ILLUMINAR, so a pretty clean one from Singularity, all things considered. See what the buyer's like in just a sec after the replay. Easy stuff on the A-bomb site there, as you can see. Always good for the stats, always good for the confidence. But yeah, pretty decent buy. Snack's going to be on the AWP as well, and there's no AWP for that CT side, Keith. So this is where things might get a little interesting. Singularity going to have to respect this AWP buy for sure.
Here we go, Snacks. That's a smoke fades. They'll boost him up. We'll start to find some room to peek and look and glance around. Look at us. I don't think he's gonna get overlooked. So he may catch Snacks though. This timing could be really weird. No one's necessarily looking here. No Molly's tossed over. He hears them coming. And he's assuming that they're going to hard clear him. They weren't for a moment. He definitely had a chance to peer out. Accelerate, that's as free as it gets on towards Rowland. Veggie continuing to hold for the push. Is timing going to be weird here? It is. Nikonos has a chance for 2, and it is as free as can be. And Snacks is going to be screaming at Veggie. You want to know why? No reason for Veggie to look away. There's nothing for him to hold outside. Snacks has it all. Unless the call was to go back garage, but Snacks would have moved first to peek Heaven. So Veggie, an error, and capitalized on from Singularity. Now this round is just whimsical. It's almost gone.
Okay, Innocent, that's a quick little flick. Probably all for naught. As I think they're maybe even, yeah, just going to save, just going to concede it. So Singularity, there you go. Pretty dominant opening rifle round from them, in all honesty. And I think they're pretty happy with that. Just going to be able to back away, save what they've got here on the Illuminar side, but not going to have much to work with into the next round. The loss bonus definitely stacking up, but no bomb plant will make things slightly difficult. Probably just a half buy around this. Yeah, I don't know. It would be a bit of a risk to me, but then you kind of need to even out the economy. Difficult decision, to be fair. Best timing of the series from Nico Doz, I think it's safe to say. Okay, they are going to go for it, though. I mean, Able just about to squeeze the buy together. I don't know if I'm a big fan. There's a good amount of utility to use. But like I say, I suppose you've got to even the economy out as the main issue. See what they can get done. Fast outside execute coming in. Illuminar going to try and rush things down, maybe. Singularity, though, putting a bit of a stop to it with some early presence outside. Looking to continue the trend and keep the ball rolling. As yet to drop around on their CT side, Keith. So, kind of looking scary. Oh, Remoy. Oh, up and down goes Rowland. A bit of a wild one there, but Rowland trying to creep in, get spotted. That'll be the first frag going the way of Singularity. And definitely the opener they were after. As the 11th looking more and more likely.
Yeah, a lot of pressure now on Innocent to win this fight against Accelerate, who, by the way, has been dialed in the last few rounds. Clearing this angle is absurdly difficult. ABC 1, 2, 3. Accelerate's going to hold this for you and me, and without a doubt. Bomb dropped at his feet. Mouse can try. Veggie has to find the site player. Not even in question. Mouse gets mollied. Has to wait out the molly while Veggie can creep and hang on. Hold the phone. That vent player is getting held on by Veggie, but Nikonos is going to be the hero. Can he get good timing? Veggie, here's the scope. Watch that vent player trying to make a move, and Veggie peeks him. No fear. The vent player seemingly still in wait in Ramoy. This round is very turnable, as Veggie will plant for Mouse, who covers appropriately. Scriv, they could do this.
Definitely possible. Mouse trying to take an early fight outside. If he keeps at it, may well be able to find Remoy, but moving back in to play a bit more passive. Singularity need to pick up the pace. Halfway gone on the timer. Sure, they've got a kit to work with, but what if it gets dropped awkwardly? Really not a lot of time available, so I feel like Illuminar just play it nice and passive. Yeah, just going to get the timing as Veggie with a nice slim peak coming in, and the 10th round comes a little too easy, I think you could argue. A 2 versus 2, Singularity had a decent chance, but so very slow on it. Remoy will find Veggie on the tail end as he was, I think, trying to retrieve this AWP. They do have that. They do have cash. But Illuminar evening things back up as soon as they lose the lead, keeping it competitive, keeping it close in our second half.
Competitive indeed. CTs get all that money out required. Mac 10 on Innocent. That's a shame. He's been pretty good with that AK. Player going top Marshmallow, and to get honest with the off angle just outside of Mini. He is honestly playing out of his mind for Singularity right now. He is getting all the picks they need. He's been all over the place. Innocent and are trying to get into secret with Mouse. This is their only play now. Can they best the rotates to Singularity? Well, Topaz says no. He's gonna hear the train a coming. It's coming around the bend. He's seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but he's calling for players, Scriv, as my music references continue. For some reason, my mind is twisted. And as the Molly will land at ramp, Tobez could be in trouble. He gets gushed up. What a fight from Innocent to win with MAC 10. And no trade potential from Nikodos as of yet, Scriv.
Mad stuff. Illuminar really picking up the pace in the past few rounds. Nade going to do some damage here. Not an awful lot, but certainly going to help. Great angles being taken as well. Rylan looking to find a head, looking to take the fight. Oh, has to dip back in, but he's his first line of defense. Loses his teammate Innocent, finds the trade, however. Rylan sticking around, looking good. And again, Singularity slow on the uptake. The retakes are just not clean enough. And Nico does has to back away. 1v3, not going to happen for him. Not enough time. We'll find a frag. Keeping the economy under wraps for Illuminar, but Illuminar going to take the lead towards the tail end of the game. And Singularity, we are seeing some big issues with these retakes, my friends. When the pressure is on, they are acting and moving very, very slowly. Maybe a bit too much communication going on. They need to just have someone move in and get aggressive and work together. The unspoken coordination that I so readily talk about just doesn't seem to be there. And yes, a pause required, because that is 2 rounds where you're in with a decent chance, and then the retake comes in, and it all just crumbles.
Yeah, it feels like the pace on these retakes are just off. They don't have really positioning to go for some of these retakes. Even their flanks and pushes are getting caught off guard. I like the idea, just it seems like the way they're going for it is just a little tough at times. So getting in some trouble are Singularity. I just have the op this time on Nikodos, and honestly it may just be enough. Although he only has 10 kills, really last 3-4 rounds it's kind of been him. When he has his AWP, he connects. Even on the T side, through the later stages, pulled Singularity through. As Illuminar just look to default, they know they've broken Singularity's cache. They have an understanding that they're not feeling too hot, and they are right to do so. Illuminar's T side, confident. When they want to take a site, they get in good post plants, and they're seemingly okay right now, Scriv. The one issue is getting through Nikodos. That's the only one.
Illuminar then in with a really good chance here, eh? If they can shut down this round quickly and not let Singularity get anything, really. I think losing more than 1 frag for Illuminar, they'll be slightly unhappy with it. Really nice stuff, though, moving towards the B bomb site, right? Sure, the AWP could be at ramp, but generally speaking, it's going to be towards A, going to be towards outside. So looking to avoid it as best they can. Celebrate in with a quick one on the CZ, but Miles and Rylan cleaning things up, and Nico Doz goes, yeah, okay, round's over. I'm looking to save. Snacks, though, will be able to drop him easily enough at the tail end of things. And Noten, the only one left. Going to try and recover the AWP, but, well, Snacks is already on it. Throwing his AK away, picked up the AWP. Okay, there you go. Noten gets the drop on him, and that's the 2 kills coming in, so good damage. And the AWP, I think, going to be savable here. Yeah, they're not going to hunt him down. Again, their cache is a little strapped. So not a bad result, all things considered.
Definitely could have had more of an awkward outcome. So, yeah, you're right. Agreed completely. Notan able to get out with this AWP. We'll toss that over to Nikodos, who can in return drop it M4 if need be, but I think he'll just save his money. Notan will buy his own. And here we are. Big round. 12 for Illuminar, 10. Singularity could be stuck. I have a couple kits, a couple mollies, and they can use Illuminar. Looking to push the issue. Them themselves have not built up a decent T-side bank, but enough to buy next if need be, I believe, on the top of my head. But I never trust my own math. And just settling back into that default. They're going to be lining up outside smokes, though. Is their spots for Singularity going to be a molly behind it, spray into it, a rotate down? No, it's Nikodos. in towards Secret. This should be perfect for a one and done. Just get one and dip on out. The molly should not affect him, but now he's stuck on an island. And he doesn't have Wilson to support him here. They're going to ramp into Mini. Nikodaz will be no help. One player backside, 1 second vent. The molly out Ramoy, taking damage from the molly. The hold is looking good. They have to still find that backside player. Nikodaz fires a shot outside. Rollin now's looking for him. He's lost track of him. Buying time for Rollin, but Cell Rate will peek from heaven. Singularities rotates and sight holds are prime.
Interesting. Snack's able to drop down. Mouse staying up top. And try and cut off some rotations, but then going nowhere near him. Oh, there you go. Notton creeping through as he's wrapped all the way around. We'll drop him. And Snacks, well, he's pulled off some pretty incredible rounds so far in this game. Needs to go one better, though. As he will do an awful lot of damage onto Notton, but not able to find the frag. Oh, my goodness. The timing just escaping him. The double peek comes in. Not a chance. Singularity just ducking and weaving, just slipping away from him on a couple of occasions there. So no chance at the 1v4, not even a 5% chance. 11th round for Singularity coming in, and with how close some of these rounds have been coming, Illuminar just about able to put a buy together, but cannot suffer another loss here. So Singularity definitely within touching distance of gaining a lead. The game itself still under question. Who will be joining Hard Legion? That is, of course, the big question tomorrow morning. I believe just into the afternoon if you're in Central Europe. But all the same, that's what we're looking to decide here. Illuminar looking good at the moment, but they need to find this return round. Number 24, incredibly important for both sides, and Snacks not able to spot anything out. However, early Ornade comes in, and they're able to push through. Maz, though, going to get clapped out by Remoy, and there you have it. An early advantage for Singularity.
Remoy playing a dangerous game. Hoping to catch one of these players. There's already someone snuck down vent. Sveggie's looking for a kill. Snacks could be in trouble. What is that? How does Snacks keep pulling out kills like that? Cell Rate will one-up him, but Snacks gets it right back in. Keep in mind, there's a player towards lower, so Snacks has to somehow get down to him. If Rollin finds his kill on Tobis, he can go towards ramp. And that's a free one. Tobis will fall, and Snacks now a window to get out towards Secret, right? They have to focus now on ramp. Nikodaz will rotate over and be a little worried. If Rollin can get some prime timing, Nikodaz is dead. Oh, and it is. But he misses. He misses. Rollin, you can't be doing that. And it's Snacks to clutch up. A 1v2 is in his wheelhouse. But time is ticking down, and he's going heaven instead. He could be flanking the ramp player. This is getting a little weird.
Getting a little doable, one might say. Oh! Spots out Nikodaz, who's just able to escape. 25 seconds left. Snacks moving towards the A-bomb site. Notton in prime position to deal with him here. Oh, no, but Snacks jumps above him. Notton not ready for it. The quick scope just misses. Arguably, a no-scope could have been easier for him there. But, of course, the benefit of hindsight. Singularity, although it comes close, although it is sweaty, they will manage to get their 12th on the board. And a key one to pick up, as I had said, Illuminar's economy could not suffer another loss. And look at this. They will just have to opt for a half buy, sorry. Maybe a force, but that would have been mental. At this late stage of the game. Nonetheless, Singularity should be able to pick up a lead here and gain some ground going into, well, hopefully for them, they would think, the final few rounds of the game.
Everything's okay. Remoy's in trouble, though. He gets his one, and the plant should be stopped. Yeah, Notan's locked it down. He's going to get 3 from the rafters. Singularity take a lead. 1 round lead. Illuminar buy back, and on the precipice of almost breaking that CT money. Loss bonus, I imagine, is still going to be there, though, from the Singularity side, so could get a little weird here in the sense that Singularity lose this. Nikodaz is loaded. He can get an op. I think Illuminar could be in trouble. This round, It's going to determine if Singularity get 15 for sure. And Nicolas is doing what he does best. Aggression again with the op. Stuck at red box, hunting for more. He's flashed off, but he is stuck in the smokes and should get traded. Somehow still alive. They haven't found him. They've lost track. Innocent in towards Mini. Barrel spotted. But they still don't know where Nicolas is. He's vanished.
Wow. Wow, gets away with absolute murder there, of course. However, Innocent trying his best to pull his team, kicking and screaming through this one. A key fight for Notton to win. It's very broken indeed. But that's the bomb dropped. Going to make life awkward as Rallen and Innocent split across the map. Innocent slowly but surely creeping back towards this bomb. Nikador's going to go for another peek here. Rallen ready for him and finds the head. Uh-oh. That re-peek there. Not so sure. And maybe Nico does regrets his decision as well. Oh, this could be brilliant. Oh, but Notton wins the fight. Innocent will find the head, brings it down to a 1 versus 1. Maybe could have been cleaner again. A lot of rough exchanges in this round. No clear winner, but Innocent's found 3. One would assume the 4th might come with it. Steps onto the heaven ladder, but he will jump off, move towards the B-bomb site. Remoy not moving from Mini, though. I don't think he's really heard any of this sensory overload. Of course, we'll hear the bomb being planted. Drops down the vents. And Innocent got a bit of an idea of where he's coming from. Needs to win the fight. Going to try and get in his face. But Remoy coming from behind. Creeping in. Opens the double doors. Innocent hidden away from it. Taking a passive angle. Going to take the face. Ooh, they've spotted each other. Remoy has to find this, but he can't. Innocent gets the 4K. And the 13th for Illuminar. Oh, no. Singularity. Such a great start from them. It slips away. They do have the cash. Just about to buy into this, Keith. But my God, it is coming all the way down to the wire on Nuke.
Wow. Innocent steps up. 1 kill. That's huge in Mini. That shot is just filth. And then, of course, the last to follow it up from Moy. Oh, just off the mark. And now we'll stand at 13s. Veggie with a Mac 10. That could be the difference maker, but he's great at creating space and being a pain. And he's going to do that towards Secret. Try to pull a rotate down. Tobas is already here. Give him the business. And Mouse finds Nicolas pushing. I mean, he's been getting those kills for free, essentially, Nicolas, as of late. So good thing he finally gets put down by Mouse. And Veggie, he's just going to play time here. Illuminar going towards ramp. This is going to be a messy retake from Singularity. Tobas has to double in. He's lost his teammate. Roland now knows the nade should not connect in. Veggie's timing could not be better. Save from Celerate and Notan is in effect. 14 for Illuminar, and I don't think Singularity can force into the next either. They have no loss bonus. I think they've fully reset. They'll get 1900. Not enough. And the Yop would have, if they get that op, I think they force. Without it, not a chance.
Damn. Singularity can feel it slipping away. They need a hero in the next round, maybe even the one after, as the next round just looking objectively impossible. '14th comes through for Illuminar as the bomb ticks over. Oh, Singularity. The pressure is on. What do they opt to do here? Hail Mary, force buy, or eco it out and try and get 2 in a row? They're going to pause because it's a hard decision to make. Both have their pros, both have their cons. Illuminar just looking to take it over the wire and snatch Nuke away. Credit to Singularity. A lot closer than I thought it would be. After that first map, I kind of wrote them off personally. But moving into things here on Nuke, they've been a little innovative. T-side not looking too bad. But as always, the economy game has escaped them somewhat here on the CT side.
Yeah, no force. Not to be had. Definitely a good time for a pause from Illuminar, right? Securing 15 here is huge. Keep in mind the M4 is on Notan, who has 27 kills, leading the way from Singularity. On the while, it's the Snacks and Innocent show. No one else necessarily close outside of Rollins, so... which is surprising, because this is typically a veggie map for me. And I bet he feels the same. And as the timer ticks down, Singularity, considering where to put this M4, options, choices, all the same. And here we go, Scriv. Pressure's on. Illuminar, as we know, still has full advantage into this. But they can't get overwhelmed. A lobby crunch would be really, really deadly here.
Massively so. Doesn't look like it's coming though. Singularity kind of just resting on their heels a little bit, trying to set up a nice little crossfire out at ramp. Bait and switch, you know, tunnel for the guy on the dedicated ramp angle, and then of course, you know, you sprint out. You've got those two guys around the boost boxes, so that's the plan. That's about all they've got on the Singularity side. Would have been cool to maybe see the M4 up there as well, really just committing to it. Not that it matters all that much, because Illuminar are going to go towards the A site here. Ooh, whoopsie daisy. That's a bit awkward. Going to keep them at bay for a while. Their own mistakes doing so. But yeah, the A-bomb site looks pretty easy here with indeed that ramp stack. Not an outside, not able to find anything. Probably just going to look to save his M4 into the next round. Okay, some cheeky damage through the smoke. Nothing coming though. Illuminar will get their map and series point, looking to join Hard Legion in tomorrow's semi-final. Oh, this could be massive, though. Flash coming in for 3 players. P250 leading the charge. Not going to happen, though. Miles in prime position. There you go. Tobis does get one. And Cell Rate creeping in behind them. But I think they are ready. So, nothing crazy coming through. The M4 going to be saved. It is this next round where they need to find it, and then the one after that, and then overtime. It is a long uphill battle for Singularity, but definitely not out of the question.
Certainly wouldn't put it past them. It'll be, I was gonna say opless, but it could have been dropped, but now it will be opless. So no op for Nikodos could be the factor, but guns on Celerate and Notan, those boys, the ones you want to have guns. Snacks will break out the op of his own. Watch him to really hunt for this outside pick. You know it's coming. He's going to be looking for it, whether it be ramp, squeaky door outside. Snacks will be all over it, and outside he'll go. He'll throw the top red smoke. It actually bounces out of play, so that's kind of brutal. A little bit of mismanagement of utility lately from Illuminar. Could come back to bite them, but they've already baited a rotate down from Nikodos, who's already left and gone down towards this lower side. Snacks will just molly close red, clearing out any possibility of someone being cheeky. And look for them to boot Snacks red and maybe do a mini wrap again. That's worked so well for them in the past. And they may just even elect to just leave Snacks here. Illuminar discussing the mid-round possibilities here.
Pressure on, right? These small decisions going to have a lot of impact. Holland just spots the edge of cell right there, not able to capitalize, however. Nika Dodds as well wants to go for the peak, wants to move up the stairs. Oh, Molly gonna force him forwards. He's gonna go for it, needs to win these fights, gets one, traded back. Meanwhile, Rollin and Veggie have found 2 frags apiece. 4 versus 2, not looking good. Remoy out in the open, does manage to move back. Calls on some help, okay, and he and Tobis will hold things down initially, bringing it back into a 2 versus 2. Snacks, though, has made his way all the way down to the B-bomb site, and Remoy is left on 1 HP. They're going for the old bait and switch once again. Great angle here from Miles. He can't find the frags, but surely Snacks can convert. A combined HP of, like, 20 there. Remoy left on 1 HP. To keep his team in it, needs a 1v2. Drops down, making so much noise. Straight into Snacks. An easy pickup, and the 2-0 comes through for Illuminar. Definitely hard fought on Nuke, and Singularity, there's potential with that map for them. However, they need to work on it. They fully need